1-2. Driven deep to right field. Did he get it? Did he get it? Oh, he got it! A 3-run home run! Jazz has done it again, and the Yankees take the lead.
Today is Tuesday, July 30th, 2024, and the Yankees have won consecutive series for the first time in like 2 months. Took the first 2 games here in Philly, took the last 2 games in Boston. It's a 4-game winning streak. Jazz Chisholm on the team, 4 straight wins, 3 with him on the field, 4-0 since that acquisition. And pretty much all I see on Yankees Twitter right now is this conversation that the Yankees just didn't do enough at the deadline. That may be true, depending on how it all turns out. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know where you were looking to add things or add players and who you were looking to give up to add these players. But from what I can see right here, just look at the arms that we used tonight. For example, Will Warren with the start. Right, Cole, late scratch. I'd be more concerned, to be honest, if Gerrit Cole's going to be good to go for the rest of the way into the postseason and throughout the postseason, hopefully through the World Series. I'd be more concerned about that than I would be about the rest of the arms in the Yankees' pen. I mean, look, you had Warren start the game. The kid was great. I mean, he went into the 6th inning, he gave up a home run, but hey, all right. We'll take it. He got the no decision. Cousins came and closed out the 6th. Canley 7th inning. Weaver the 8th inning. Clay Holmes in the 9th inning. Obviously another concern. But I'll digress. We'll get back to Clay Holmes. Mark Leiter Jr. gave you a good inning, and then Michael Tonkin got me thinking about Tyler Conklin of the New York Jets. Mike Tonkin. Look, Mike Tonkin shut it down, man. 2 innings. Got you the game. Got the win. 7-6. And obviously, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 2 home runs today. 2 home runs yesterday. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I mean, what are you going to say? What do you mean the Yankees didn't do enough? What are you talking about? Stanton's back. Yeah, he's still looking for his first hit. He pinch hit today. Stanton, we all know that. We knew Stanton would come back and he could be ice cold for 2 or 3 weeks. All right? That's fine. We're going to live with that because we're going to keep winning. And we know that when he's hot, he automatically comes in and he's a watered down Aaron Judge at this stage of his career. When he's on. Don't twist those words. Don't confuse it. When Giancarlo Stanton is on, he is a watered-down Aaron Judge. He was, along with Soto, but he was the yin to Judge's yang for the better part of this season while he was out there. And that is what it is. All right? Verdugo in the leadoff spot, you got to love that. Glaber's starting to hit the ball. He didn't, have a hit today, but he did get a ribby. You got to love that. Ben Rice, he did have a nice double early in the game. I believe it was a double. The kid can hit the ball. Obviously, he's not batting 300 or anything, but hey, you know what? In 2024, the game of baseball in the major league at the major league level is batting 243. So what are you going to do? Kill a guy for batting 200? How can you? 200's the new, 280. I mean, it just is what it is. Derek Jeter's not coming out there. Ted Williams ain't coming out there. But fortunately for the Yankees, our version of Barry Bonds is out there every day, and he wears 99, and he's a team captain. So I don't know what you were looking to add, who you were looking to add. I understand that it looks like the Yankees passed on Flaherty because of some injury concerns. So look, what are you going to do? Kill the Yankees if they sign him, if they trade him and bring him on board? And what he succumbs to those potential injuries, then we're going to kill Cashman. If obviously if he looks great wherever he is, I don't even forgive me. Does he go to the Dodgers? Seems like everybody went to the Dodgers. If he does great wherever he is, we're going to kill Cashman. Everyone can say what they want. Hindsight's always 2020. Sometimes it's even 2010. I mean, you really can see that thing. But guess what? You can't tell prior to anything happening what the good moves were and what the bad moves were. That just is what it is. But I'll tell you one thing. Jazz Chisholm, I'm good with that. Will Warren, I mean, could that be our long guy in the bullpen? I mean, I look at the lineup of the pitchers who pitched today, and I see, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 arms that went out there today and secured victory, right? The starter gave up the 4 runs, right? And then you had one other earned run, and then you had an unearned. But, I mean, I don't know. I do not understand this idea that the Yankees didn't do, quote, enough, because I will say again, you go into the offseason and you lose Juan Soto, there's a gift and a curse in that. Because obviously the $1 billion that you were going to give to him, and you probably let go of DJ, and you probably let go of Torres, and this team actually, I get it, you're losing Soto. If you do, you still have so much room to be a good team next year. And moving forward, you can really set yourself up nice. And I think that whatever prospects you think the Yankees held on to or didn't use in any trades today, please understand that they're coming into next season that much stronger, with or without Juan Soto. Now, you keep Soto, you probably still say goodbye to Glaber and DJ and maybe Rizzo and players of that sort. But what you have here is the makings of a really solid lineup. And let's be clear on one thing also. The Yankees did not stop scoring runs over the past month and a half when they were struggling. You know, they weren't just getting smoked 8-0 every day. They were putting up some numbers. You know, they were still averaging 5+ runs per game. It's been the pitching. And so, again, when you look at what you got today from Will Warren, who I don't know how long he even knew before the game started that he was going to be the guy, but he steps in for Cole and gets you into the 6th inning. What are we saying about Cashman? We're just gonna miss and piss over every single thing that actually works out. The call-ups, the constant maneuvering. I don't know. I think that the Yankees have got plenty on their squad, plenty on their plate, and Jazz Chisholm, look, he's not going to hit 2 home runs every day, but it is really nice of him to have this kind of first impression, this type of impact this early, because it should quiet down a percentage of your complaints in the fan base. I don't know how many of you are looking at this and realizing that, he's still a trade deadline acquisition. He's still a piece the Yankees have added, a guy that joined the team that wasn't here to start the year. So at the end of the day, when you put all of this together, Verdugo, Soto, Judge, Wells, Jazz Chisholm, Glaber, Ben Rice, LeMahieu, I mean, the lineup as it was today, it's probably going to look better when Stanton. And if you happen to, if Dominguez eventually does get up here, my guess is that, Trent Grisham would be the odd man out in this equation. But I like Verdugo in the leadoff spot, and I like Volpe to turn over the lineup. I don't know. I think you have decent depth on this team. You have versatility on this team. I would have liked to see an IKF reunion, but I don't know. I really don't know what Yankee fans were expecting. It is what it is. We got 4 straight wins and counting. Let's go get a series sweep tomorrow. And, I think I'm just going to wrap this up. We're not going to talk about firing Cashman, firing Boone. We're about to be 20 games over 500 again. And, the Yankees were like the first team to 50. The 4th team, 5th team to 60. They may be the first team to 70, the way they're looking now. I mean, this team is back on track. And again, as I started out saying, I'd be more concerned with how to say concerned, because I'd be more concerned with if Gerrit Cole or Garrett Cole, shit, now you got me messing up all over the place. Gerrit Cole is going to be Gerrit Cole. I know he's not Cy Young Cole right now. The Mets showed that twice. That's fine. Get him right. If he needs to sit, you got Will Warren right there. We didn't get rid of Cortez, so as long as you pitch him at home, he should be an all-star. It is what it is, man. I don't know. We've been through hell for a month and a half with this squad, and they've made marginal improvements. Other teams got what they got, and it is what it is. At the end of the day, they don't have Juan Soto and Aaron Judge at the top of their lineup. And they didn't just add Jazz Chisholm Jr. They didn't. We do. We have him. We have enough in this lineup, lefties, righties, to get the job done. And when Stanton is Stanton again, if he's the guy that was on pace for 30, 40 home runs this year, batting fifth in this lineup, I don't know what we're talking about as far as the Yankees not having enough. Injury concerns? Sure, injury concerns. Just about every team in baseball, just about every team in professional sports can have the same concerns. No matter what sport it is, especially in the major American sports. Outside of hockey, which I don't have a depth in knowledge. I'm not too adept in hockey in the NHL. But basketball, the NBA, football, and the NFL, the MLB, Major League Baseball, I'm positive that the teams who thought they had a shot at the championship compared to the team that won the championship, injuries played a major role. Sometimes injuries were the deciding factor in who showed up to the championship and who didn't. And so the Yankees are no different. The other teams in baseball are no different. You just have to take it. It is what it is. We got who we have. We got who we got, really, right? The team is a team. And, Canley's been awesome. He's figured things out differently. I think his velocity may be a bit down from years past. He's been through a lot. It's so good to see Tommy Kahnle. You wish you had Lasagna back out there. It really sucks, not having him. And I don't know. You get Clark Schmidt back at some point. The point is, when you look at the bullpen, I think the guy who started the game today becomes a relief pitcher. I really do. Now, I don't know. If the Yankees see him as a starter and a starter only, well, then maybe someone else comes out of the pen. But the point is, if Cole was actually pitching tonight, he may have given you very similar production. 5 1/3, couple earned runs, maybe a home run, right? I mean, this game played out pretty much the way it would have, even if Cole pitched, just based on the Cole that we've had so far this season. So, we're going to wrap that up nice and sweet. But at the end of the day, 4 straight wins for the Yankees, 7-6, 12-inning game in Philly. I mean, it was a playoff atmosphere. I was actually in the movies watching Twisters, but just had the phone on silent, brightness all the way down. I'm looking up. Obviously, I left home when the Yankees, the game was in the second inning, so we had just given up that home run. If I'm not mistaken. Actually, let me think about that. Yeah, I believe it was the second inning. We gave up the homer. And so we may have been down 4-1, right? And then I checked the phone, Jazz solo shot. Check the phone, Jazz 3-run shot. Check the phone, Yankees up a run. Enter the watered-down Sandman, Clay Holmes. And I didn't get to see what happened, but we gave up the run. We go into the 10th. And refresh my memory, no one scored. We go into the 11th. Yankees get 1. Yankees give 1 up. We go into the 12th. Yankees get 1. At that point, I said, okay, look, I don't know who's going to come out for the 12th inning. And to my surprise, Tonkin. He came back out there and shut it down, man. And did you see the emotion? Oh, man. I actually may go and watch this whole game, from the second inning on, because Man, that Jazz Chisholm, man, I mean, what a spark. What a guy. 26 years old, I think, and I mean, he's a Yankee. Like I said, man, I think the Yankees have done well. I think they've built their team, and they have their contingency plans now on the roster. You look at I don't want to say every position in faith like that, but you look at the roster, and for the majority of the positions, we've got multiple people on that roster who can fill those roles, those positions at a high level, right? So just keep it. The outfield is better than good, and that's nothing to sneeze at, because playoff baseball's no joke. You want who you want out there when you want them out there, and you need high level play in the outfield. Obviously, Stanton can't really do what he used to do with his legs, but even if you could put him out there, you wouldn't want to put him out there. Situationally, you want to be able to. I could see a situation happening where Chisholm, is starting the game in center or left. Verdugo and him swap. Judge is in center or right, and Stanton's DHing, and Judge goes to DH, and someone else goes in the field. Like, this team is really flexible. The outfield is set. And the fact that you can move Jazz Chisholm into the infield, or from the infield to the outfield, and vice versa, I mean, come on. It's unbelievable. DJ can play first, third, second, right? Glaber's at second, and he's a second baseman. He made that very clear, right? Leading the league in errors at the position or not, that's the only position he wants to be at. And to be honest with you, you probably don't want him at any other position, because maybe he'd start leading the league in errors at that position too. So, at the end of the day, this squad, they've turned the corner. This is no longer just, a good win. Like, we've had a few of those good wins. Like, I think all 11 of the wins that we had in like 40 games, like, oh, that's the one. 9 runs, oh, that's the one. Ooh, good pitching performance, that's the one. No. This 4-game winning streak, 2 in Fenway, 2 in Philly. This daunting 6-game, dreadful 6-game road trip has turned into an opportunity to go 5-1 tomorrow with 2 series victories. One of them being a sweep. And you know what? They had that first game in Fenway if they wanted it. I mean, the Mets came to the Bronx and ran a train on the Yankees. I shouldn't really. The Mets, came to the Bronx and they dominated the Yankees. And the Yankees went into Boston and dominated, the Red Sox. And they've come into Philly and they're handling their business. You have nothing to worry about if this team goes out and plays like that. That's it. Look at the runs per game. Look at what they're doing. So the postseason's on lock if you're doing that. And then you just need the arms. Rodon's look good consecutive starts. Heel looks like heel again in consecutive starts. We're just waiting on Gerrit Cole. You telling me we got 3 guys looking like that? Yeah. The Yankees are in good shape. Well, it's the MDT podcast, where we will discuss many different things. Have a good night.